That man right there, New Jersey's longtime Senator Robert Menendez, is back in the spotlight following new corruption allegations.
The embattled Democrat is now facing even more bribery charges, this time for allegedly helping the Qatari government in exchange for lavish gifts.
This is unbelievable. Peter Doocy is live from the White House with more on this. Hey, Peter.
And the word was allegedly out all around the world. If you want a U.S. senator to say something nice about your country, just buy him something expensive. That is what the United States government is alleging now that there are these text messages showing the following. It's pretty extraordinary. Bob Menendez gets a text from a businessman with ties to the Qatari government that says, "How about one of these?" And it's photos of two watches ranging from $9,900 to $23,990. That was allegedly in exchange for a very Qatar-friendly press release on the New Jersey senator's letterhead. And this is different than the allegations that Menendez worked to advance Egyptian interests in exchange for cash and gold bars. So now the Menendez charges are bribery, honest services fraud, and extortion. The Menendez legal team pushing back this morning. They say the government's new allegations stink of desperation. Despite what they've touted in press releases, the government does not have the proof to back up any of the old or new allegations against Senator Menendez. John Fetterman, the fellow Democratic senator, writes, now accused of selling his honor and our nation for a $24,000 watch, accused as a foreign agent for two nations. How much more before we finally expel Senator Menendez? And that is a good question, Senator Fetterman. He hasn't been accused. He has not been convicted of anything. The Senate Democratic leadership has not moved to expel him. And that's not all. He could actually get reelected by New Jersey voters later on this year. He has not dropped out.
So just to be clear, Peter, he hasn't been removed off the ballot. There's no, I guess, Secretary of State trying to get him removed. But he also hasn't been removed from the Senate, which George Santos was for something similar, right?
More allegations.
Look, there's been a lot of stories in the news about people removing candidates from ballots for things that they have not been convicted in court for. And so this is kind of a sticky thing for Democrats, right? Because some of them are saying Donald Trump should be disqualified for insurrection. He hasn't been convicted of insurrection yet. And so all these, it kind of waters down the talking point from some of these Democrats when Bob Menendez is still there, but he's got due process, and they are going to let it play out. And if it takes a long time, again, he could get reelected in New Jersey.
That's right. We haven't seen Senator Schumer weigh in yet, but we know that Governor Murphy's wife is running for that slot. So I don't see anyone rallying around him. Fetterman's probably been the most vocal.
Well, I haven't lived in New Jersey a long time. I don't know what the political impact of getting a text message where somebody tries to give you a watch in exchange for a nice press release about the Qatari government is.
You're right, Peter. You haven't lived.
They are nice watches.
You haven't lived in New Jersey a long time. When are you going to come get your junk?
My trunk is really full right now. And I think I saw Adam Claude said the's going to be snow this weekend.
Okay, so not this weekend.
Yeah.
Going back to why he's not been expelled, doesn't it really come down to the balance of power in the U.S. Senate? Right now, Democrats hold the balance of power.
Tight margin.
Because it's 51. Bob Menendez leaves, they're at 50.
It does. And
the governor appoints
when there's a senator vacancy, the governor, Phil Murphy, can appoint whoever he wants. They don't have to have a special election that they schedule like in the House, but it does come down to a balance of power thing. And for whatever reason, they have not moved to expel him yet, but he's got rights. So he's